Hello, everybody. Jess Lose with the Structural Building Components Association again for another weekly update. Registration is open for BCMC. Congratulations to our team. That's actually a big deal. It takes a lot to get that done. We work with a company called Cvent to do our automated, a lot of different things on the back end for BCMC, but there's a lot of hard work that goes into that to try to make everything go as well as it should. So want to thank our team for that. That said, registration's open. You can go ahead and get those early bird rates. That also means Framer Summit. So if you're thinking about going to either one of those, I'd suggest you get into it now. That way you can get the hotel that you'd like to. You'll have your first choice there. It's still early on in that situation or that process. But, there are probably some hotels that are more preferred than others. I would suggest that you act on that quickly if you can. Case in point, Mr. Jeff Taki earns the distinction of registration #1 for the component manufacturers. So thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. And we'll be seeing a lot of different component manufacturers come on board with BCMC. It is a cool time of year. Again, it is a little bit early, September 12th through the 16th, which hopefully makes for some nice weather for all those outdoor activities that we're going to be doing, the bike ride, the run, golf outings, both that Top Golf and the, I think it's going to be a full 18. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be 9 or 18. I need to double check that, but I know there will be a golf outing that is usually a lot of fun for everybody involved. So with that Framer Summit, there's only a couple spots left for exhibitors. If you want to exhibit at the Framer Summit, same with BCMC. It's a completely different setup on square footage versus just number of slots based on how it works. But if you're thinking about exhibiting, I would tell you to kind of get on the ball there a little bit. We're past the early bird deadline on that, but at the same time, we are kind of up against some space constraints this year. So I would not wait till the end. If you can take that advice, get on board with it. Beyond that, another thing I wanted to talk about, and something that's just dealt with this morning, and it happens a lot more often than what you'd think, is our documents, whether it's the BCSI booklet or different B summary documents being posted online. We take that fairly serious. We ask that people take those down. They're not permitted to be distributed that way online as PDFs. It, hurts the association in a few different ways. Obviously, we sell those materials. It's one of our major sources of funding throughout the year. So if it is something that you are displaying on your website, even inadvertently, or you didn't know, just kindly ask that you take that down. And, there's probably 3 or 4 people that I've had conversations with in the last month that might think this is about them. This is actually a completely separate thing. So thank you for everybody that, I've had those conversations with, but just another company that was, kind of just ancillarily related to the industry. And I had a good conversation with them, and, that's how we handle it. So we ask you to take it down, typically doesn't go beyond that. We are working on a few different ways to distribute that material online, and a way that is, one, protects the copyrights with that, protects the interest, but it also allows better accessibility to that. Obviously, we want job site packages, that BCSI information in as many hands as possible, while at the same time making sure that we're doing best by the association. So I, again, would encourage you to use the BCSI booklets, also the job site packages. That is the best way to make sure that they go along with the truss package to the job site. We do have packages for wall panels, but floor and roof trusses are probably the most important thing there. Make sure that the installers have that bracing information, both temporary and then the permanent, to where the trusses are going to act the way they should, the way they were intended and designed to. So with that, why don't I talk a little bit about the OQM? We've got the Williamsburg OQM coming up here in a couple weeks. Our staff is busy finalizing all the agendas, getting things in place. I just saw an email come through as I've been talking here that, we need to finalize the mics, how many microphones are we going to have? Obviously, with over 120 registrants, it's going to be a big room. We need to be able to hear everybody. So the push to talk is one of the things that we've been using, so we'll continue to do that. So we'll get that finalized, but also there will be a virtual option as well. If you're unable to make it to Williamsburg, we'll be having that registration come up here fairly soon. So kind of put that in the back of your mind if you'd like to participate in any of those committee meetings. We do have a couple general sessions, and then also our board meeting on that Wednesday morning. So that's kind of what we've been up to and what we're working on. Again, BCMC registration is open. Looking forward to seeing as many people register for that as possible. It's going to be a great BCMC. It's going to be a jam-packed show, all of our activities. We've got some really good speakers. We've mentioned Emmett Smith. We also have a new economic forecast speaker, which I don't think we've unveiled that name quite yet, but it's going to be a recognized name in the industry, a person that's really good at what they do. So with that, I will sign off. And some people are making fun of me for this, but I'm going to keep doing it. Peaks up, press on, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.